St. Patrick's Day. Welcome to Cookin' with Dre. Today we'll be making a classic Irish dish called Dublin Coddle. You may be asking yourself, what is Dublin Coddle? Well, Dublin Coddle is the Irish version of beef stew, but instead of beef we'll be using a pork sausage and bacon. It also consists of onions, potatoes, carrots, parsley, and stock. You could use beef stock, chicken stock, or ham stock, whichever you have on hand. Today we'll be adding rutabaga as a little extra touch to it. Don't tell anyone because it might not be classic, but this recipe can be changed any way you like it. And legend has it that Irish wives would put this on before they go to bed so that their husbands would have something hot to eat when they got home late at night from their Irish pub. But now you can find this recipe being made at Irish pubs all over the place. Preheat your oven at 350 degrees. To start this recipe, we have 6 strips of thick cut hardwood smoked bacon we have diced. We have about 5 sausages that are garlic flavored. Normally I use bangers, but you can use any mild Italian or even Polish sausage or bratwurst to work well with this recipe. We have 2 onions, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 3 carrots diced, 1 rutabaga peeled and diced, and we have 2 potatoes that we're going to slice. Then to top it all off, a little parsley and some Guinness. What you need to start this recipe is get you a Dutch oven on low. What we're going to do is we're going to render our fat off our bacon and get these bits a little crisp. This process is going to take about 5 minutes. So in the meantime, we'll just go over here and cut our veg. What we want to do for these onions, we're just going to cut them into rings, probably about a 1/2 inch, and we'll layer them in there. Oh, Ireland. So here we have 2 yellow onions we have peeled. What we're going to do is we're going to cut them in about 1/4 inch rings. And we're just going to reserve these to the side until we're ready to put them in our pot. And next, we're going to take our potatoes and we're going to slice about the same way. About 1/4 inch. Anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch is fine. This recipe it's a tough recipe. Not tough as in difficult, but tough as it's going to take whatever you give it. We're just going to put it in the oven. We're going to braise it on slow for about 2 hours. So it should be able to hold up to anything. And what we'll do with these is once we have our stew in there, we're just going to shingle them out on the top. It's going to be real nice. Here we have about 5 sprigs of curly parsley. We're just going to rough chop. Take them out. What we want to do, I like to fold mine up so you get twice the cut when you go through. One pass through, and one pass through the other way. Smaller. So all we're looking for here is a rough cut, nothing too special. Boom. Now we've been cooking this bacon on medium-low heat for about 5 minutes. It's starting to get a little crisp. What we're going to do now is we're going to strain all the fat off and save those bacon bits for later. So now we got our bacon fat strained off. We're just going to add a little bit back so we can sear our sausages. We'll cut our heat back on to medium. And then we'll go ahead and sear our sausages. Alright, so what we want to do, let that heat up first. No sense in cooking in a cold pan. Alright, so now we got our pan at a medium heat. It's starting to smoke a little bit. We'll sear our sausages about 2 minutes each side. Alright, so we've been searing these about 2 minutes each side, about 6 minutes in all. We want them to look like this. We're just going to take them off and set them aside for right now. At this point, we're ready to deglaze our pan. Right now, we got some nice drippings in there from the bacon. We got nice drippings from the sausage. First thing we want to do is we're just going to drain a little more of this fat off, and then we're going to add our veg in. So we're going to take about half of that. Then we're going to add our carrots and our rutabaga. And we're going to saute that for about 4 to 5 minutes. Trying to get those nice drippings off the pan there. First we want to hit it with a little salt and pepper. We'll cook this on medium for 5 minutes. Alright, so our timer has gone off on our veg. After cooking and stirring on medium for 5 minutes, we're going to add our minced garlic. So we'll add this in, give it a quick stir, and we'll saute for 2 more minutes. Alright, so our timer's gone off. We cooked our garlic for 2 minutes. Our next step is we're going to take these veg out of this pot, and we'll start building our dish. Alright, to start by building this dish, we're going to go ahead and layer our raw onions in the bottom of the pan. Just kind of shingle them out, nothing too special, just break them up a little bit. We'll just do one nice layer, maybe about 1/3 of the onions. Kind of gonna want it to look like this. And our next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our sausage. We have about cut into 4s, and then we'll layer it on top. Here we have our sausages cut into about 4s, slice them on a bias. We're just gonna kind of arrange them evenly spaced on the first layer. Maybe about 5 or 6. Then our next step is we're going to take a little parsley, just put it on that layer. And then we'll take some of our rutabaga and carrot and garlic mixture. too. And then we'll just repeat till we use all of our ingredients. And then we'll cover it with potatoes and a little stock and a little Guinness beer. So now, this is what we're looking like. This is the start of our dish. And we'll just keep layering in. So we got a little more sausage. A little more parsley. Should be telling you this, but you want to season each layer. So we'll add a little salt and pepper. Then we'll add a little more of our rutabaga and carrot. Last but not least, top it off with our bacon chunks that we had from earlier. Let's go ahead and layer them in on top. And what we're going to do is we're going to shingle our potatoes right on top of all this. Just cover it all up. So this is what we're looking like. We got all the ingredients in here. Next thing we want to do, we want to add our Guinness and we want to add our chicken stock. Here in the back, we got a little chicken stock on low. It's about 1 quart. Just go ahead and add it all in. Our 2-hour timer is up, so we're going to pull this out and check it. Ooh, yeah. That's about as done as it gets. So we'll just go ahead and serve it up. Spoon it into our bowl. And what I've done for garnish, I've made a sour cream sauce. It is about 4 tablespoons sour cream, 2 tablespoons of mustard, and about 1 tablespoon of horseradish. A little bit of salt and pepper. Just gonna top it with a few dollops. Garnish with a little parsley. And there she is, little Dublin Coddle.